major challenge affecting our adolescents and young people. Here, where you are in Rachonyo East, we had the highest number of teen pregnancies in Homa Bay County, and that's why we invited you here today. In addition to the triple threat, we do have a strategy to address the men and boys. We have not left them behind. So we have the promoting the health and well-being of men and boys, a strategy that is guiding us towards 2030, the ending of HIV and AIDS by 2030. We have various publications that we've done addressing the men and boys. For example, this is a publication that we've done for the Maisha Adams. It's showcasing that the work that we are doing with the adolescent boys and the young men. Beyond that, as we go to schools, we have age-appropriate messaging. You know, for the 10 to 14-year-olds, 15 to 19-year-olds, as you're addressing them, you can't give them the same message. So there are various packages that we have that we use, and we'd like to also gift your office because we have one for growing the grow zone, addressing the 10 to 14-year-olds. We have one for My Health, My Vibe, 15 to 18 years old. We have one for better choices for the adults because the messaging is a bit different. So you'll be able to gift that to your office, and it can be able to support in any sensitizations that are being done within the project. And then finally, of course, as we are talking about prevention, we are guided by ABC. Our first prevention method that we advocate for is abstinence. By all means, all adolescents should be able to abstain. Unless you're not able to abstain and you are in a relationship, then we advise for you to be faithful. That is our second B. And finally, if you're not able to be faithful, perhaps you're an adult, and this is mainly for the adults and not for the our learners 10 to 14 years old, and you'd like to prevent yourself from getting HIV, then we advocate for the use of condoms. So condoms are mainly distributed to the adults and those who are unable to be faithful. And beyond that, we have various drug mechanisms, that is our D, forms of prevention. For example, we have the lenacapavir injection that we are seriously advocating for, a long-acting injectable PrEP that is used to prevent transmission of HIV from someone living with HIV and someone who does not have HIV. Thank you very much.
With me, I have the magistrate from the Kindu Law Court. We have the gender desk officer, Wayuga, and then Shofko. As the Department of Gender, we coordinate all the policies and activities that help us in the prevention of the triple threat. We organize community dialogues that help us fight the patriarchal norms and beliefs that are in the community. We also have a policy, the SGBV policy, for the Homa Bay County, that you can have that copy, that helps us in fighting this. We have the Child Welfare Protection and Protection Policy too. In the pipeline, we also have the SGBV Prevention and Control Bill that is at the Assembly level, that we hope in the next 2 months will be an act. Thank you. Welcome.
Hi, Excellency. Welcome. This is Nancy Mokogi from Plan International. With me, I have my colleagues, Champions of Change and DevLink. Plan is locally led and globally connected. We work with local partners to champion for the rights of young people and children in the community. On our table, we have the speak out messages that we speak to the children in regard to what we champion on. We ensure that the children are protected, not just at home, but at school. Our entry point is school, ensuring that we offer sanitary dignity packs. We empower them on their rights, on their rights and how their body changes behave and how they can reciprocate and know what to say. We also work closely with the county government where we do the referral system. We have structures in place for the rescue communities where our children can run and report any cases. I must say that Plan International is heavily on education. We ensure that there's retention in education. For the last financial year, we supported almost 800 children with school fees and teenage mothers. Yes, there are these cases that happen with teenage mothers. We have a program for teenage mothers where we provide startup kits and productive assets. We enroll them to TVET schools to ensure that as much as they have children, they're able to be well sustained. We also have a program that is called Resilience. Apart from just supporting the children, also support the household community. We believe in a say that says, Pesa Mfukoni, chakula mezani. If there's none of that, there will be violence in the community and our children will be vulnerable. Welcome to Homa Bay.
Thank you very much. My name is Monica Kumu. I'm the county coordinator for Homa Bay. I work with NACADA, the National Authority for the Campaign Against Alcohol and Drug Abuse. What we majorly do is we educate students in schools, and we go around and tell them what is happening so that they are aware. At the same time, after all this, the teenage pregnancy, HIV, and gender sexual based violence, the major culprit is alcohol and drug abuse. So after all this, we rehabilitations. Like now in Homa Bay, we have 2 rehabilitations, but we need more so that we are able to help our people. Thank you very much.
Hi and good morning. My name is Emily, and these are my colleagues. I don't know if you've gotten a name on these tables, and because you're visiting the Luo Nyanza, we have Luo names, and we would love to give you Anyango. So your new name is Anyango. So Anyango, it's because you're visiting in the morning. So Anyango is a time like this. Yeah, now feel at home. So Anyango, welcome to our table. So here we work with adolescent girls and young women, and we've also engaged men. So every act that you see here, it speaks a story. It's either a girl was either raped or violated sexually, was either a teenage, was pregnant, and now she has picked up her story. So today we've chosen to demonstrate how we make ligisa. So ligisa, crown, it's we have both for men and female. So it is used to it's a cultural identity for Luo people. So traditionally they used to be one to Luo people. So today we want to give to you one of our very, very best art that we want to wear to you today. Homa Bay County. All right. Thank you so much.
Hivi sasa mama ameenda kujiunga na wanafunzi ili kuwa na mkutano nao ili aweze kujua jinsi mambo yalivyo.
you coming out to communities like that Homa Bay helps us to identify the other bit of a challenge with registration of legitimate matters. Even though we have put in the necessary support and we are looking for again the support that we need with this. Of course, Homa Bay is one of those counties that were there with us and still one of among the 20 counties that we progress to ensure that and early HIV infections and also pregnancies and also unrelated violence which are quite society. Excellency, just to finish, recently also you were dancing at summit and you also witnessed some of the programs that we have. And I know the young lady in the panel asked about some of the youth programs, which of course you have directed. But we also have a number of other initiatives in school. We have what is called the school health programs. Now, under the school health programs, we can also encourage young people like her to be peer leaders and also to take part in engagements that help other young adolescents to get more information, to get more courage on stigma that comes with the challenges. So, Excellency. And maybe my colleague PS also can talk about some of the work that we are doing together on children in institutions. Welcome.
Your Excellency, thank you very much for choosing Homa Bay to be the place where we can advocate for children. As the State Department for Children, I want to encourage our children here that through the Voices of Children, the State Department of Children's Services also have the Kenya Children Assembly. And in every county, we are encouraging children to participate in the leadership. We have the children governor in every county, and all the structures of the county government that you see, we do have it for children. And so I want to encourage our champions here that they also ensure they are elected as the leaders in that Kenya Children Assembly. This will promote advocacy among the young ones, the teenagers, as far as matters of triple threat are concerned. One of the issues that children discuss under the Kenya Children Assembly is to talk about their rights, also educate the other children by themselves, because we believe the voices of children can be heard from the children themselves. And again, Your Excellency, I want to say that recently we have secured through the National Treasury funding from one of the partners that is coming on board very soon. We are just finishing the paperwork, and this is on adolescents. The focus is on adolescents because we have seen the average national financial year for our teenagers in Homa Bay. One of the activities in this plan is to also have safe places, have places where we discuss issues affecting the teenagers. And also we are focusing on retention of the teenagers back to school, and we'll be having a cash plus program where for every school attendance, the families living with the teenagers will be getting Kenya shillings 1,000, and we will also support them to ensure they go back to school and there's a place where their children are taken care of. So this is a program we're expecting to run from the month of October. And so this will support our teenagers from this particular county. We have 25 counties that are covered under this project. So I want to say that as the State Department for Children's Services, we are committed.
Your Excellency, I think Homa Bay County, I think those will go a long way to support the victims. Otherwise, thank you so much, Your Excellency, and feel most welcome.
Thank you. I think now you can proceed to the main function.
Wakati wowote kuanzia sasa mama atajiunga na sisi, tuwe watulivu tafadhali.
I wanted to say a story, but I thought time is not but it's okay.
Mama anajiunga wakati na sisi wakati wote. Naomba msimame. Wapi makofi ya mama? DJ mzee, wapi makofi ya mama? Shangwe na
Nitaomba sote sasa tuwe watulivu. Walio na kofia ambazo si rasmi tuweze kuzitoa kwa ajili ya wimbo wa taifa wa Jamhuri ya Kenya na wimbo wa Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki. Wimbo wa taifa. Mungu nguvu yetu,
Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Ningeweza kuomba muwe watulivu tunapomkaribisha Stacy Award kwa maombi.
Let's believe and pray. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, glory be unto thy name, my Father. Thank you, Father Lord, for being with us up to this moment. We don't take it for granted. Therefore, I call you Ebenezer. Father Lord, thank you for our president. Thank you for being with him. Thank you for the knowledge and wisdom you've given unto him to guide this country appropriately the way he's doing, Father. Thank you for our excellency, for have been with her since she started this journey until she's now here with us. Thank you for the knowledge and wisdom you've given unto her to come up with the prompt programs just like this one for empowering the little girls together with the boys. Father Lord, I thank you so much. Father Lord, thank you for our country leaders. Thank you for being with them. Thank you for the good leadership they are doing. Thank you for everything they are doing for us, Father. Father Lord, as we begin this session, I call upon your Holy Spirit to maneuver over us. Send your Holy Spirit to be with us until we finish. For all those I ask, trusting and believing in Jesus' name.
Kwa heshima ya mama taifa, Mama Rachel, ningeomba nyinyi nyote muweze kuketi na muwe watulivu tafadhali. Mheshimiwa mama taifa, Mama Rachel, ningeweza kukuomba fursa ili niweze kumkaribisha MC msaidizi Mike Gitone ili aweze kuendeleza ratiba. Karibu Mike Gitone.
Tumpongeze MC wetu wa siku ya leo. Mumesikia leo mimi ni MC msaidizi. Yes, she's the main MC. I'm only assisting her. Remember, today we are here to do mentorship. Isn't that mentorship? Is she good? Asante, tumpongeze tena kwa makofi, usiende mbali. You'll finish the program with me. Mama taifa, nichukue fursa hii kukukaribisha kwa heshima kubwa. Gavana wetu, Mheshimiwa Gladys, naibu wa gavana, katibu wetu wa masuala ya afya, Daktari Oluga, waziri PS wetu wa masuala ya afya pia na watoto, Mheshimiwa Karen, CS wetu, CEOs wote ambao wako nasi, wawakilishi wa wodi ambao Mheshimiwa mama taifa ni wengi wamekuja kukaribisha MCAs wetu, hongera kwa kuja. Nashukuru kuja kwenu. Vile vile CBOs ambao wako nasi na watoto wetu ambao ni wengi. Watoto wapi makofi ya mama taifa? Nikisha tambua itifaki zote na kuziheshimu mama taifa, nikubalieni mualike County Commissioner wetu kwa dakika moja tu atuambie karibu. Welcome County Commissioner.
Her Excellency, the First Lady, Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto, our Governor, Homa Bay County, our two principal secretaries, the CEOs present, all dignitaries present, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning again. It's a beautiful morning, and we are privileged today to host Mama wa Taifa, and we are blessed. Looking at the event of the day, we want to appreciate the office of the First Lady in amplifying the voices of our children. Because when these voices are amplified, we are sure every policy document that will come out will take the interest of the children of this country into context and into detail, so that we take good care of our children. For us in security, anytime we hear of threat, and when a section of our population is threatened, it becomes our security priority. So we keep on praying to God that God will restore the dignity of our children. and the idea of Homa Bay being made to be where we have the most prevalences in some of these cases, we are asking God to come in and give Homa Bay another new name of less prevalent in terms of these cases. May God restore the dignity of our children. They are beautiful children, and may God continue to take good care of them. One element that I'll just want to say in 1 minute is the cause to vulnerability of our children. We are also praying to God that our families will hold. We have had so many cases where mothers and fathers are disagreeing. We are praying to God that when people choose to marry and get children, may God hold those families together so that they can raise these children to responsible people. It pains me when I see a father butchering his wife like a cow. It pains me. Yesterday we had a case of a husband cutting the throat of his wife. So it renders the children very vulnerable. So may God get into the families and restore the unity of families. Thank you so much, and welcome the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, our County Commissioner. Your Excellency, we take cognizance of the partnership of your office and the WAFLAD, that is Organization of African First Ladies for Development. And we are grateful because this is a milestone. In the year 2024, we launched the first phase, that is in Narok and Meru. And now today we are here with Mama, giving the launch for the second part that will cover for almost 4 counties. She'll be mentioning to us. So I take cognizance and appreciate that partnership. And we say thank you, Mama, for the good job you're doing. Your Excellency, nikubalie sasa nimwalike waziri wetu wa afya hapa kwenye eneo gatuzi kwa dakika moja. Aseme jambo tu kwa kifupi kukukaribisha hapa nyumbani. Waziri, karibu.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Madam Rachel Ruto, First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, our Governor Gladys Nyasuna Wanga, Your Excellency, Deputy Governor of Homa Bay, the Principal Secretary, State Department for Medical Services, Dr. Luga, Principal Secretary for Children, Madam Karen Agengo, members of National and County Assemblies present, County Executive Committee members, CEO NSDCC, Dr. Bosire, Thangao team, distinguished guests, partners, health workers, and young people, good morning. Welcome to Homa Bay. Today we have heard directly from our adolescents and young people. Their message to us today is unequivocal: to listen, understand, mentor, protect, and create opportunities for them. On behalf of the Department of Public Health and Medical Services, I sincerely thank Your Excellency, the First Lady, for choosing Homa Bay for the Voice of Children initiative. And Your Excellency, our Governor, for hosting this forum. We view this as a partnership. We view this partnership as a vital bridge connecting the well-being of today's adolescents with the maternal and economic stability of tomorrow. We acknowledge the important role of the Organization of African First Ladies for Development, whose leadership and advocacy continue to place the voices, health, and future of women, children, and young people at the center of Africa's development agenda. This dialogue reflects the importance of that shared commitment, ensuring that our young people are not merely beneficiaries of decisions, but active participants in shaping solutions that affect their lives. Her Excellency, our Governor, has set our very clear multi-sectoral vision. Our data in Homa Bay shows clear progress along a critical and finished agenda. Between 2016 and 2025, adolescent pregnancies in Homa Bay dropped by 33%, and overall new HIV infections declined. Yet, with county HIV prevalence at 11.74% and adolescents accounting for 20% of all new HIV infections, we cannot afford to relax. The triple threat shares identical social and structural drivers. We can no longer address them in isolated silos, and the Department of Health is therefore executing a fully integrated strategy. Your Excellency, Mama Rachel Ruto, we aim to leave this forum at Mawego. with actionable commitments that include clear owners, timelines, and resources. Our purpose today, therefore, is straightforward: to guarantee that no adolescent in Homa Bay is left behind. No child should acquire a preventable infection, lose their education to unintended pregnancy, or endure violence in silence. Thank you, Mama Rachel Ruto, for standing with our children. Thank you, Your Excellency, for your steadfast leadership. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Mama Taifa, tutasikia mengi siku ya leo, lakini hayatakuwa yametosha iwapo hatutasikia mmoja kati ya wale ambao wamebahatika. Pamoja nami hapa niko na Frida ambaye ana ujumbe wa kukueleza.
My name is Frida Lo of Form 4 at the Mango Tree Senior School in the courtesy of Mrs. Consolata Chieng, KCB Bank, and God. My story. After the death of my dad, life became so hard. My mom's low income could not sustain us all in school. We were 4. I'm the last born. I was 16 years old at the Moi Girls Eldoret. So I had to step down for my elder siblings to continue on with their education. I was so devastated, so hurt. Growing up, I valued education so much, and I really didn't want to wait. So it took me 1 year still waiting for my elder siblings. There were a lot of people who offered to help us. But then they disappeared. Some of them could not be reached out. So there's this guy who lured me with this motive of helping me go back to school. But then that is not how things went. I got pregnant. The guy disappeared too. I tried locating him. When I went there, not even his neighbors had a gist of where he was. So there I was, again pregnant, out of school. I'm sorry, this is weird. That is when life took a different turn for me. I lost hope in life. My future was hanging precariously. But then I kept holding on. Now that I had the unborn child in me, I didn't lose hope. After 9 months, I delivered safely, thanks to God. And then I chanced presented itself, the Mango Tree organization. There was a scholarship for the teenage mothers. And that is when I decided to seize that opportunity. So I went and applied. Everything went on well. The process was good. I thank God it was a success, and I was among the lucky who were chosen. And that is how I ended up in the Mango Tree Girls. Yes, thank you. I know I'm going to pass because I don't have a reason to fail. I'm so certain of that. I aspire to be a civil engineer, and I'm going to become one. My fellow students out there, just don't let your focus be distracted. Stay focused, determined, regardless of whatever thing you're going through. Just make education. Perceive it as the only epitome of success, because it is. And work really smart. For the teenage mothers out there, do not let anyone make you feel less of a person. Just know you are strong, you have the potential, and you can do it. Thank you. I welcome anyone who would want to help me walk through this journey of becoming a civil engineer. Thank you.
Let us appreciate Frida for that courage to come forward and also to share with us. Wale ambao tunafuatilia masuala kama haya na tunaahidi kusaidia, tusaidie. Let us assist with no strings attached. Tumesikia hadithi ya msichana wetu. Someone said, I'll help you, but with hidden agendas. So Mungu atujalie. Ukiamua kumsaidia mtoto kama huyu ambaye ni yatima, msaidie kwa moyo mmoja. Na anayeona kwa siri, atakujibu kwa wazi. Mama Taifa, bila kuwa na community-based organizations, kazi yetu huenda ikawa ngumu. Nitamwalika ndugu yangu Japheth Ojijo kwa dakika moja tu. Bwana Ojijo, nimeambiwa na mtu kwamba ni msemaji wa masaa 4. Ninakupa dakika moja.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. This is happening courtesy of the governor, Your Excellency the Governor. I think when you entered the office, the executive order number 1 of integrating the stakeholders management directorate has really improved our partnership. Your Excellency, before you came here, we had a lot of rapid result initiative programs. We had the campaign for the triple threats. We had the scorecard, the first ever scorecard and accountability dialogue on the issues of the triple threat. And here we are. You are here as a first lady. You are here as a mother. You are here as a teacher. Today we want to listen to you so that we can end this issue completely. And I know we must ask ourselves a lot of questions. Why from Dewa, from the Rachonyo North to Rachonyo East at this moment? But what we are asking at this moment, today we are here for the voice of the children. But why do the parliament still have the barrier for the public participation for the children to be included in the budget process? That is what we should be asking ourselves. And we are asking you, please, push for us this thing. All of it, welcome to Homa Bay County, the land of endless potential. Thank you.
Asante sana ndugu Ojijo. Japheth, kumbe yule aliniambia utachukua madaka mengi, alinidanganya. Thank you so much for being brief. Mama Taifa, partners are very important. And we have 2 friends of ours, the CEO NASCOP and NSDCC, Dr. Andrew. Just kindly take 2 minutes, and also Dr. Bosire 2 minutes, then we move on. Kindly.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Madam Rachel Ruto, Her Excellency, the Governor of Homa Bay, Madam Gladys Wanga, Principal Secretaries present here, CEOs who are here, healthcare workers, colleagues, and students. Good morning. Good morning once more. My name is Dr. Andrew Mulwa. I head the National HIV and STI Control Program, NASCOP, and we have been working very closely with the Office of the First Lady to coordinate and lead the programming for the Voices of Children program. As NASCOP, our responsibility is following the science of HIV and STI program in Kenya, where we have 1.4 million people living with HIV, and among us that, 1.35 million on ARVs across the country. Our concern over the years has been to ensure that people know their HIV status, and I'm glad to report under the stewardship of the Ministry of Health and the leadership of His Excellency the President, we have been able to achieve 93% of the population knowing their HIV status, and out of them, all of them, 91% on treatment, and achieving viral suppression of 87%. That means a majority of our population that is on HIV is under care. Your Excellency, we recognize that new infections continue to be the biggest challenge to the fight against HIV and attaining the global AIDS targets of ending HIV by 2030. And one of the key subpopulations that is adversely affected are young men and women between the age of 15 and 25. And that's why we appreciate your commitment to working with us, collaborating with us to ensure that we target those young people so that we may bring up young people who are free of HIV and free of gender-based violence and free of unwanted teenage pregnancies. With those kind remarks, because my boss, the principal secretary, is here, I don't want to make his speech or to take his speech. I want to appreciate you. We, as technical people, commit that we are going to work with you and your office to ensure that we reach every child in this republic. And thank you for your leadership. Dr. Bosire, my brother, welcome.
Thank you, thank you. A round of applause for Dr. Mulwa, please. Thank you. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto, the Governor of this county of endless potential, Her Excellency Gladys Nyasuna Wanga, the PSS who have accompanied Her Excellency today, PS Karen Agengo and Dr. Omo Luga from Medical Services, the County Commissioner, other colleagues from the national government who are here, including board members. Some of the board members from our institutions are here also. Can I, for the sake of Her Excellency, the First Lady, kindly request the national government officers who are here just to stand up and be acknowledged. The national government officers who have come from Nairobi, who are here. County Commissioner, allow me to make your chiefs and assistant chiefs also stand. Kindly. A round of applause for this team. Thank you. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, my name is Douglas Bosire. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the National Syndemic Disease Control Council. Previously, we were known as the National AIDS Control Council. The difference between the institutional head and the institution Dr. Mulwa heads is that within the health facility space, you'll find the National AIDS and STI Control Program. They're the ones who are in charge of care and treatment. My institution, National Syndemic Disease Control Council, Your Excellency, is in charge of the multi-sectoral coordination of a broad-based response to HIV and other syndemic diseases. So you'll get us in the community, coordinating all actors, all stakeholders, political leaders, coordinating the community health promoters, coordinating mama mbogas, coordinating our fisher folk, coordinating our border chaps to end these syndemics of HIV and other related diseases. Your Excellency, this country has made enormous progress in the response towards ending AIDS as a public health threat. This very county that we stand in today, if you came here or barely 2-3 decades ago, almost 1 out of every 3 people you met on the streets was living with the HIV virus. That has been reduced to about 15%. Homa Bay County and the other counties of the Lake region, which were high burden before, are a beacon of hope on how we can end this epidemic. So there are lessons we have learned from this county, and that is why we really appreciate your deliberate intention to support Her Excellency the Governor and work with her towards ending this epidemic in Homa Bay County. The issue that brings us today, despite that progress we have made, let me just give you a statistic. In the year 2005, in this country, we had 110,000 AIDS-related deaths. In the year 2005, 110,000. In the year 2025, Your Excellency, we had 19,000 AIDS-related deaths. A reduction of almost 500-600%. In the same year 2005, in this country, Your Excellency, we had 94,000 new HIV infections. In the year 2025, we had 13,936 new HIV infections. Again, drastic reduction. And some of the most significant reduction has been during the era of the current government. In the year 2022, we had 22,154 new HIV infections. In the year 2025, as I've said, we had 13,936. That has been one of the most drastic reductions in the HIV infections in this country. And what we are saying as we march towards 2030 is that you cannot keep on mopping the floor while the tap is open. That is why ending the tap of new HIV infections matters a lot. Unfortunately, Your Excellency, out of the 13,936 new infections that occurred in the year 2025, 10,500 were among those aged 15 and above. Out of those 10,540, 41% of them occurred among adolescents and young people aged between 15 and 24 years. 41%. If you expand that number to 34 years, 72% of the new HIV infections that occurred in the year 2025 were among adolescents and young people aged between 15 and 34 years. So this is a virus that is affecting predominantly young people. And that is why the discussion that Her Excellency is coming to have with us today is extremely critical. Let me just ask you for a minute. Mike, I can see you. Just for a minute. Tafadhali, chukua simu yenu ya rununu. Just take your phone. There's a calculation I want you to do, so which will actually demonstrate the burden and the importance of this day. Type 236,000 on your phone. 236,000. Divide by 365. What do you get? 646. Do you know what that number is? Those are the children aged between 10 and 19 years who were seen at the antenatal care clinics per day in Kenya in the year 2025. Mnanipata? Wacha nirudie kwa Kiswahili. Watoto 646 walionekana pale kwa antenatal care clinic. Antenatal care clinic ya nini? Ni wamama wajawazito. Kila siku wakienda kupata antenatal care services. When you are getting antenatal care services, it means you are pregnant. 646. These are Kenyans who can become Mama Rachel. These are Kenyans who can become Governor Gladys. We have to protect the lives of these children. These children are our future. Your Excellency, we will work with you. We know the importance of what you're doing here, and we assure you of our commitment towards supporting your cause, towards ending AIDS, towards ending these threats that are actually unconstitutional, because Article 53 of the Constitution requires us to protect the children against abuse, against all forms of neglect, to make sure that children stay in school. Mama, asante sana, Mungu akubariki. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Andrew. Thank you so much, Dr. Bosire. Mama Taifa, sasa nikubalia ni mwalike rafiki yangu Daktari Oluga, PS wetu, azungumze nasi, kisha mwalike PS wetu wa watoto. Karibu. Makofi ya PS wetu Oluga. Daktari.
Asante sana, Mike. Her Excellency, the First Lady, Mama Rachel Ruto, Her Excellency, Governor, all my colleagues, colleague PS, and also the CCs present. Good morning. Habari zenyu. Your Excellency, thank you so much for championing the voice of children, and particularly for us from a health perspective. We are very grateful that we have somebody at the forefront that we can line behind in tackling some of these issues in the society. When we launched this program, Your Excellency, I mentioned that you are the best voice because you are morally grounded, and the nation knows that. And you have also have a heart for children and women for so long. From the Ministry of Health, we continue to assure you of our commitment, not just in the policies and the programs that we are implementing, but also in your coordination of the communities and the stakeholders to ensure that the policies and the programs that we are implementing come to a benefit. And the benefit is what we see here today when you connect with the young girls who are returning to school. Your Excellency, we have done quite a bit in health, and we also thank you because you have been our picture or our poster when it comes to every woman, every newborn, everywhere. And we want to thank you for taking that role, because it gives us a lot of energy to keep working to ensure that every woman, every newborn, everywhere, which is an international campaign for reduction of maternal and neonatal mortality. And recently you were with us at the KICC when we were doing the health summit, Your Excellency. And I just wanted to mention some of those figures, because we have 4 important figures that we want to deal with as a country, and for which His Excellency the President has established the health reforms. One of those figures is what Bosire talked about, the antenatal clinics, and we want to ensure that all mothers attend antenatal clinics. We are aiming at a figure of 90%. Right now, the country is at 58%. And when we come to this kind of convenings, Your Excellency, we are also taking advantage of your big voice to ensure that we get the message to all communities that we need to move from 58% to 90% of all the pregnant women to go to clinics. Because when they go to clinics, then we can identify problems early. We can identify problems of anemia early. We can identify problems of the complications like blood pressure early, so that we end our deaths during pregnancy, and particularly during childbirth. And this is something that we are working very closely with all stakeholders. I can see the Ngaos here, and also the community health promoters, and to ensure that everyone in society treats pregnant women like queens, that we take care of them, but more importantly, that we take them to clinics. And we are aiming for 4 clinics. Here in Homa Bay, the number is at 61%, and that is better than the national average. And we want to thank Her Excellency the Governor, because this has really improved in the last 4 years from 55% to 61%. And thank you, Governor, for that progress. But that progress means that we can do more to get to the 90% that we are aiming at. Your Excellency, we are also really keen to ensure that we get what we call skilled birth attendants. Skilled birth attendants means that every woman must be attended by a healthcare worker who is properly trained. We have done very well as a country. We are actually at 89%. And that means that our mothers who go to facilities have access to a skilled healthcare worker who is tooled. And here in Homa Bay, we are at 91%. So you again, Excellency Governor, you've done very well at the skilled birth attendants. There are 2 other challenges in terms of emergency obstetric care, which we are aiming at. 80% of all the mothers who have a complication must get an emergency obstetric care. And on this one, we are doing very badly as a country. We are only at 52%, and this is where we are losing our mothers and also our children. And we are also riding on your voice of children and the work that you're doing in communities through Joy War and through the other engagements to see to it that every mother who needs obstetric care gets to the facilities and they get that obstetric care. And this is what we were showing you at KICC. Your Excellency, with all the reforms, including the health financing reforms through the Social Health Authority, we are ensuring that our children are protected. We are not saying that we want to encourage teenage pregnancy, but we also know, as has been mentioned here by our young ones, that occasionally these teenagers who get pregnant, they get stigmatized. Some of them have to get out of their home. Some of them have to live in very difficult conditions. That is why, through your support and His Excellency the President, the Social Health Authority has allocated 1 billion Kenya shillings just to support teenage mothers, because we know the difficult conditions. Some of these conditions they go through, they live by themselves, some of them have to run away from home, and we do not want all teenage pregnancies being lost outside there. And that's why the government has taken this initiative. The last year, we have spent 779 million out of that 1 billion to support teenage mothers. Here in Homa Bay, we have supported 2,891, and that is the 7th highest ranking counties, from Bungoma that has 5,000. And we continue to thank you, Your Excellency, and also His Excellency, the President, for putting resources that then can match services for teenage mothers and also for their children for a minimum of 1 year as they try to find a bearing, as they try to reintegrate into society until they are 19 years. And we will continue to assure you of efficiency in the implementation of this program. Your Excellency, we need to work with communities so that we can mobilize more of these mothers. We have been working with CCs to ensure that we identify them. As you have already been told, some of them go into hiding, and some of them we are not able to find them, and then they only surface when they are in very critical conditions in hospitals. And this is something that we want to ride on this your program on Voice of Children to ensure that we get the message across so that then they get care. Your Excellency, without saying much, we have also implementing other programs in facilities here through the National Equipment Service Program to ensure that all our facilities have the necessary equipment to provide care for mothers and for children. We are also working to ensure that we increase the number of families that are covered through the Social Health Authority. We currently are at 32.3 million Kenyans. Here in Homa Bay, 674,000 have already registered, which makes 59% of the population here. Again, we want to get to 85% by 2027 so that we achieve universality. We know that this is the first and foremost protection from financial ruin and also social protection from the psychological and some of the problems that face the teenage mothers. And we want to encourage every single Kenyan to register with the Social Health Authority. Your Excellency, as far as our work as triple threat is concerned, I think Bosire has already mentioned our commitment from a Ministry of Health. We will continue to stand behind you, as I've already mentioned, so that we ensure that we reverse this shame that has befallen most of our teenagers in this country. We still get more than 236,000 teenage pregnancies, and we are trying to reduce that. And we have a number that get HIV. Homa Bay County is a very young county. 65% of the population here is below 25 years of age. So your work here today is very significant for the young people, Your Excellency, because with 25% below 65% below 25 years of age, it means that you are speaking to a very huge population that we must protect in this county of endless potential. Your Excellency, with those very many remarks, let me invite my colleague PS, Karen Agengo, to make a few remarks and then take back to the MC.
Thank you very much, PS Oluga. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Her Excellency Mrs. Rachel Ruto, Her Excellency the Governor of Homa Bay County, Governor Gladys Wanga, senior government officials present, distinguished delegates and participants here, and our dear children, all protocols observed. Good morning. Your Excellency, allow me to appreciate you for choosing Homa Bay County to have this engagement and just be an advocate for our children. Thank you very much. It is my great honor, Your Excellency, to join you this very important morning as you undertake the mentorship and advocacy engagement on triple threat. I want to commend you, Your Excellency, for consistently championing the institution of the family, the well-being, dignity, and potential of our children and our young people. Mentorship gives our young people, especially the youth, and our children hope. And you have seen our young child here who has spoken, how hopeful she is. It gives them the positive role models that they see in you and also the leaders that are present here today. And very importantly, the confidence it gives them to make informed choices and pursue their dreams. Your Excellency, today's focus on triple threats of adolescent pregnancies and new HIV infections and sexual gender-based violence, together with the voices of children, is both timely and important. These challenges are deeply connected. An adolescent which is exposed to sexual violence may face pregnancy, HIV infections, school dropout, stigma, and loss of future opportunities expose our children from these triple threats. Poverty, weak family support, harmful social norms, and limited access to information and services can further increase vulnerability. As you have heard from the CEO of the National Syndemic Organization, our youth and the young people are exposed. 2022 KDH statistics show that 15% of girls are exposed to teenage pregnancy nationally. Well, if you come here to Homa Bay, the statistics are showing about 23% of our teenagers. And I'm very glad that you have chosen this place as one of the places for advocacy, because we have seen the government of, the county government of Homa Bay is doing a lot, as well as the national government. However, this particular opportunity for advocacy is going to help us even reach more youth and let them know also the problems that this teenage pregnancy cause to their access to education. These statistics are a call to action, Your Excellency. Behind every statistic is a child, is a family, and a dream and a future that is affected. I want to say, Your Excellency, as the Ministry of Gender, Culture, and Children's Services, through the State Department of Children's Services, we are responding to these triple threats by strengthening social protection, family support, and access to education. And one of the ways that we are responding to this is through the cash transfer program. We are reaching 440,000 families across Kenya, Homa Bay not left behind. And we are giving every single family living with the vulnerable children, especially the orphans, are being given Kenya shillings, 2,000 shillings, to ensure our children are retained in school. And this gives our young people opportunity to also know, get how to protect themselves. We are also having a program of psychosocial support for those teenagers that are affected. And we have our children offices across the country. Here in Homa Bay, we do have several sub-counties where our children officers are located, and they are continuously giving psychosocial support to ensure those who are affected are reached out. I also want to highlight, Your Excellency, in the coming month, we are registering adolescents who need to go back to school, and we are having an adolescent cash plus program through the support of one of our partners, the Child Investment Foundation, that is bringing on board Kenya shillings, US dollar 22 million, and this will reach out to adolescents in the form of Kenya shillings, 1,000 shillings for every single adolescent that goes back to school. Next month, we are beginning this registration, and Homa Bay is one of the counties that we are covering. And so all the adolescents that are here. We are going to register them so that we ensure those who are at home are taken back to school. We are also going to work closely with those who have established the safe places to ensure we have community dialogue with these young adolescents on skills that will empower them to ensure they get back their life. They are empowered to continue, like the young girl who spoke here, that their dreams are made true. And so we will work closely with your office under the Voices of Children, together with the county government here of Homa Bay, to ensure our children realize their potential. As I conclude, I want to say, Your Excellency, that the government alone cannot end triple threat. It requires collective effort from all of us here, from the community, from the society, and from the children themselves. Our children have a leadership structure, the Kenya Children Assembly, that allows them to give their voice. These children learn about their rights, and this is the space for our children to end triple threat through sexual reproductive education that is going to help them know how to manage their lives. And so I want to urge all of us here that let us keep our children in school. Let us continue to strengthen families. Let us deal with challenges of harmful norms and ensuring that every child grows up in a safe, healthy, and becomes confident and hopeful as they pursue their dreams. Your Excellency, thank you very much. I know this triple threat is a serious challenge, but it is one that we can overcome if we work together, all of us here and also the communities. Let us renew our commitment to protect our children. Let us invest in the adolescents, those who are at home, through our county commissioners, the National Government Administration Office. Let us send these girls back to school, ensuring that we create opportunities for them and let the young people and the young children realize their full potential. Together we can protect our children and we can protect Kenya's future. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. May God bless you. May God bless the county government of Homa Bay, and may God bless all our children.
A lot of applause for PS Karen and PS Oluga. Your Excellency, as you come to the climax of our day, a production by Mwalimu Helen and Rebecca, is our school, the Mango Tree Senior School, taking the stage. They are ready to present to us a production on girl empowerment. If you're ready, we are waiting.
they tirelessly yearn in their quest to achieve, to grow, to learn. Violence, a spectre, haunts far too many. In shadows, they suffer, victims of cruelty. A world free from fear, they long to see, where respect, not violence, defies their decree. In education, they seek an equal place, to learn, thrive, to embrace life's grace. For every girl, the doors must be wide, to knowledge and wisdom, let none be denied. In politics, their voices must rise and persist, to shatter the ceilings that history has kissed. Their leadership, a beacon, a light so bright, guiding nations through darkness into the light. Pleasure.
Tuwapongeze kwa makofi wanapoondoka uwanjani. Tuwapongeze tena kwa makofi mabibi na mabwana wanafunzi wetu hawa baada ya kutuletea gonjera nzuri. As I said earlier, I'm only an assistant MC, so I'm calling upon the MC to invite the governor, and the governor in turn will invite Her Excellency, the MC.
Ninamwomba mheshimiwa wetu Governor Gladys Wanga aje jukwani ili aweze kunena nasi na baadaye amkaribishe mama taifa mheshimiwa Rachel. Mama Rachel, tafadhali.
Makofi kwa MC wetu. That is indeed very powerful. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, our First Lady, Mama Rachel Ruto, who's a great friend of Homa Bay. You have been here several times. You have walked with us every journey. I think it was last year that you were here with us for the International Women's Day, a wonderful celebration. But you've not just walked with us now. Since you were the second lady, you have been to Homa Bay, you've made Homa Bay your home, and we welcome you once again. And we are always happy to have you. Makofi kwa First Lady wetu. The Deputy Governor of Homa Bay, Honorable Danish, our Principal Secretaries, Dr. Luga and Madam Karen, our County Commissioner, heads of parastatals who I see here, they are our partners, and our friends, Mulua, Bosire, and our civil society groups, our CCs, our MCAs. Your Excellency, it's, today if you call the assembly here, motions can be passed by the Homa Bay County Assembly, because I can see them here in almost their entirety. And I would ask them to please rise. Your Excellency, the entire team is here, led by the whip, Honorable Bobo Bondo, the area MCA, Victor Obuya Kolela, the MCA for this area. I think the entire women membership of the County Assembly are also here. Please just resume your seats. The First Lady appreciates deeply you taking time to join us here today. I want to also introduce our Deputy Governor. Please just rise. This is the Deputy Governor of Homa Bay. Your Excellency, First Lady, if we gave him just half a minute to say hello, if with your permission. Thank you. DG, just come and say in half a minute just one word.
To our chief guests, Her Excellency, First Lady Mama Rachel, our Governor, all dignitaries present, and the children. Good morning. Good morning once again. Your Excellency, mine is very brief, just to join you in welcoming Her Excellency, the First Lady, to this county of endless potential. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. The president for Mawego is here. Rais, that is our student president of Mawego Polytechnic. Please stand up, the Mawego team. I can see former President Were, the entire team. These are the leaders of today. Asanteni sana. I can see our chief principal is also here. Asanteni sana. Children, you're also here? Watoto? You're here? Can the First Lady hear you? Are you here? Very good. Have you ever seen a First Lady face to face? It's the first time you're seeing a First Lady face to face. Makofi kwa First Lady wetu for coming all the way down here to see the children. I can also see our CHPs. You are here? Very good. Those are our ground soldiers. And I also see our chiefs and everybody else. Your Excellency, the day is yours to speak with us and to mentor our children. So I will not be making many remarks. In fact, I had a written speech, but the subject we are discussing today of the triple threat is very close to my heart, because these children, Your Excellency, First Lady, they carry a very big burden that is not necessarily supposed to be theirs. If you think about new HIV infections, when the parents are going through the HIV, when they are infected and they have to go to hospital and they have to come back, the burden automatically falls on the children. When the parents are lost early, again, children become heads of households in many homes. Children sometimes are infected with HIV before they even know it. That is the burden of HIV. When you think about sexual and gender-based violence and what our children are going through, and this is a lot among adolescents, children getting violated, but also when there is gender-based violence within the house, there is no peace for the child. The child becomes an automatic victim. Talking about teenage pregnancies, and I've had the numbers here mentioned, they cease to just be statistics, Your Excellency, First Lady. When you walk to each and every facility and a child is bearing a child, they are 12 years old, they are 13 years old, and you find them without missing. Even if today we said with you, let us walk to 3 of our facilities, maternity wings, I can tell you without fear of contradiction that we will find children having children. And therefore, it is a very, very heavy burden. But the picture is not gloomy like that, because a lot of effort that you have made, that these stakeholders have made, that we have made as a county government, are actually bearing fruit. I was just looking at the numbers that we had in 2022. When we came, there were 14,000 teenage pregnancies here every year. Right now, we are at 7,000. We have cut it by half. It is still not what we want, but it means there is progress. The HIV numbers have been mentioned here by Bosire. The SGBV numbers, and I also want to thank our provincial administration, because they have become firmer and firmer on these SGBV cases. They are not taking it lightly, and now people know that you can actually go to jail. Our judiciary are jailing people for SGBV cases, and therefore we have made progress. And Your Excellency, First Lady, when you launched this program at State House, we were there, and I'm very happy with you that your programs are not ending in Nairobi. They're going to Pokot, they're going to Baringo, they're going to Asingishu, they're going to Kajiado, they're coming to Homa Bay. You know, they are coming to the ground to see the actual people we are talking about, because sometimes reports, nice reports, can lie. And this has been your style since the beginning, ever since day one. And I say this because you called me when you just became second lady, and politics was very tough those days. And you called me and you told me, I'm coming to Homa Bay. And we went into a small hall with many women, and we were launching Joy War, you know, that time. So you have always considered this entire country as yours. And for that, we are very happy. As a county government and the region, we have also made effort. We began a program called Siganyinam. Siganyinam means the stories of the daughters of the lake. And we bring on board not just political leaders, we bring on board professionals, we bring on board from these daughters of the lake, you know, from every cadre, to do mentorship for our young girls, but also to speak about the triple threat. And at this juncture, I'd like to say that every leader here, everybody here is a leader, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a CHP, mentorship cannot be left to the First Lady alone. She holds a big office, but when she comes here today, she is leaving us the mantle to mentor in our local schools, to mentor in our local villages, so that the burden is not left to just the First Lady to carry the message, one person. And you don't say that I am not the First Lady, I can't mentor, or I am not the governor, I can't mentor. Your Excellency, First Lady, when we've been running our mentorship programs, which we call the Governor's Mentorship Camp, which I've done for the last 10 years since I was woman rep, there is a big difference between a mentored girl and an unmentored girl. In fact, we were asking the girls, what do you think is the problem? They said, the problem is we are growing like weeds. Nobody is tending to us. Our parents are too busy. They are going in the morning, they are going to the market. At 5 o'clock, they have already left. On Saturday, when we are here, they are going to church. After church, they are doing another chama there of the church. They are taking care of the pastors and the priests and everybody. Us, we are growing like weeds in the bush. And whenever you look at girls who have come to a program like this, and you compare them to girls in the villages who have not gotten the mentorship, the difference is like day and night. A mentored girl is empowered. A mentored child is strong. They are focused. They know where they are going. And it is sometimes just by one word that you say that somebody is going to live here and their lives are going to change completely. And those are really the words I wanted to say, because today is really, Your Excellency, First Lady, your day to talk to us. Our CHPs, I just wanted to convey the message that we had last week from His Excellency, the President, Dr. William Ruto, that you're getting new phones, you're getting new bags, you're getting, and then between the Council of Governors and His Excellency, we said in December, kuna ka review. So, and then SHA was supposed to be from Monday, this week on Monday. Sindio? So, see, that's good news. See, you'll continue to carry the flag. The progress we are making, Your Excellency, is a lot due to the work being done in the communities by our community health promoters. They are the game changer. They are the silent game changer. Your Excellency, our First Lady, we love you. We welcome you to Homa Bay. And at this juncture, I would like everyone to rise so that we welcome Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto. Makofi tafadhali.
Thank you very much. We may be seated. Gladys Wanga, Governor of Homa Bay County, Dr. Ouma Oluga, Principal Secretary, State Department of Medical Services, Karen Angengo, Principal Secretary, State Department of Children's Services, elected leaders present, Homa Bay County Executive Committee members, faith leaders, community leaders, and our partners in this work, my daughters and sons of Homa Bay. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning again. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. What does it take to keep a child safe? Think of a girl growing up here in Homa Bay. She is bright. She has dreams. She works hard. But around her are risks she did not create and cannot always control. A boda rider who orders her a lift and expects something in return. A man twice her age who offers her money when her family cannot afford her sanitary pads or basic needs. An uncle's friend who visits her home a little too often. She has heard the warnings before. She has sat through lessons on HIV and pregnancy before. Yet somehow, for too many girls like her, nothing changes. Until one day, someone stops. Someone sits with her, not to lecture her, but to listen. Someone tells her that her dreams matter, that her body is hers, that she's not alone. They shift from talking at our children to sitting with them, from warning them to walking with them. That is what brings us here today. Because sometimes our children do not need another warning. They need someone to walk with them. And that person must be all of us. I bring you warm greetings from His Excellency President William Ruto, who holds the children and the young people of this nation close to his heart. He commends the county government of Homa Bay, the Ministry of Health, NCDCC, the Department of Children's Services, the Ministry of Education, our development partners, and every parent, teacher, and community leader who has chosen to stand with our children. And to the young people who have spoken today, I want to say something very simply. I heard you. I heard your courage, resilience, and hope. To the young mothers who have returned to school like Frida Olo, thank you for being brave enough to share your story. That was deeply moving. Your story did not end when you became a mother. You have gone back to school, and your aspiration to become a doctor will come to pass. Keep dreaming and keep believing. Ladies and gentlemen, a mother's instinct is to protect. And as your champion, my commitment is to make sure the challenges facing you are not ignored. So let us speak honestly. According to the National Syndemic Disease Control Council data, Homa Bay carries one of the highest HIV burdens in the country, with prevalence estimated at 11.6%. Adolescent pregnancy remains a serious challenge, and sexual and gender-based violence continues to threaten the safety and future of our children. Too many cases of abuse against our children still go unreported, unspoken, and unpunished. Behind every number is a young person, a daughter, a son, a future. And when we look at the issue that way, we begin to understand what is really at stake. We cannot keep asking, what is wrong with our children? We must ask, what are we as adults doing to protect them? Because a child who is vulnerable to exploitation does not need our judgment. They need protection. A young person who is afraid to seek help does not need shame. They need a safe place to return. And a girl whose education is at risk does not need us to tell her that she has failed. She needs someone willing to fight for her future. This is why the fight against the triple threat, HIV, adolescent pregnancy, and sexual and gender-based violence must be treated with the urgency it deserves. It is why I launched the national campaign to end the triple threat under Kenya's commitment plan to end the triple threat 2023-2030 in partnership with the Organization of African First Ladies for Development, or AFLAD. We began in Meru and Narok, and following the progress made there, expanded the second phase to Homa Bay, Samburu, West Pokot, and Uasin Gishu. Within 6 months, more than 220 health facilities across the 4 counties had joined the initiative, and more than 200 healthcare providers had been trained to provide adolescent-friendly services. This is now a national priority because our ambition must be clear: to end the triple threat by 2027. But let us be clear, a campaign alone will not protect our children. People will. A teacher who notices, a parent who listens, a health worker who welcomes a teenager without judgment, a chief who refuses to look away, a community that chooses to protect a child rather than protect a perpetrator, and a young person who checks on a friend. That is how change happens. To our young people, stay in school, protect your dreams, and when something is wrong, speak. Speak to a parent, a teacher, a health worker, someone you trust. Do not allow anyone to convince you that your future is the price you must pay for money, acceptance, or affection. Your body is yours, your future is yours, and your dreams are worth protecting. To our adults, we cannot tell children to speak if we are not prepared to listen. We cannot tell them to seek help if the door they knock on is closed. And we cannot ask them to make wise choices while leaving them to navigate impossible circumstances alone. So, to our parents and guardians, talk to your children, not only when something has gone wrong. Talk to them before. Create homes where questions are welcome and difficult conversations are not forbidden. To our teachers, health workers, chiefs, faith leaders, and community leaders, be the safe adults our children need. Notice, listen, act. And to our national and county governments, development partners, and private sector, let us put resources behind our promises. Let us make youth-friendly services accessible. Let us keep our children in school. Let us strengthen protection systems. And let us ensure that no child is left without somewhere safe to return. Today, we will hand over pledge cards, books, and dignity kits. Let every pledge signify a promise kept. Let every book represent a future that remains open. And let every young mentor recognized today carry this message into a school, a home, a church, a fishing community, and every place where a young person needs to hear it. You matter. Your future matters, and you are not alone. Before we leave here today, I want each of us to ask ourselves one question. Who is the child I can protect? It may be your daughter, your son, your student, your neighbor, your niece, your nephew, or simply a young person who needs to know that there is an adult they can trust. We may not be able to change every circumstance a child will face, but we can make sure that no child faces it alone. Ladies and gentlemen, we came here because our children face real dangers. But let us live here, believing that their future can be different. We can choose to be the adults who notice, the adults who listen, the adults who act, because protecting a child is not simply about keeping them away from danger. It is about giving them the confidence, support, and opportunity to reach the future they deserve. So let us stop talking at our children. Let us start listening to them. Let us stop simply warning them. Let us walk with them, and let us walk with them until they reach their dreams. That is how we protect a child. That is how we strengthen a community, and that is how we build the Kenya we want. I would like us to watch a video of Zawadi, who became pregnant as a teenager, faced stigma, and was forced to leave school. So there's a video I would like us to watch. As I have mentioned in my speech, this program is sponsored by OWAFLA, the Organization of First Ladies for Africa. In 2024, we went to Nigeria to support the First Lady of Nigeria, and we talked about this issue of early pregnancy. There's a video I would like us to watch. So let's watch.
To tell you about Zawadi. Zawadi means gift in our national language, Kiswahili. The year was 2005, and Zawadi was more than overjoyed at the prospect of joining secondary school. Her parents were excited but also worried because they could not afford the school fees. To get Zawadi to Form 1, they organized a fundraiser in their community. Zawadi joined school and 4 months later learned that she was pregnant after doing the mandatory pregnancy test conducted by the school. 7 other girls in her class were also found to be pregnant. The stigma was real, and it had just begun. Zawadi went back home. Her mother kept her busy by assigning her different chores at home and in the farm. She says that it is her mother's support that helped her. She lost many friends and was a shame to the very community that sent her to school. For her prenatal clinics, she would cycle 20 kilometers away. Zawadi gave birth to a baby boy, and when he was 6 months, Zawadi told her mother she would like to go back to school and asked if she could take care of her child. The mother was more than happy to support. Zawadi went back to the same school. She says she wanted to prove to her former schoolmates that getting pregnant should not stop one from pursuing their dreams. She finished her secondary school, went to university, and is now doing her master's as a self-sponsored student. Her thesis is on the psychological well-being of a teenage mother and the need for parents and the community to support them. The son is training to be a pilot with the Kenya Air Force. In July 2022, Zawadi, at the age of 32, got married. The couple have been blessed with another child. Today, Zawadi is reaping the reward of going back to school. She has a good job and is doing business. To thank her mother, she built her a house and bought her a car. Zawadi asked me to tell the parents and everyone here today not to give up on their girls when they become pregnant. It is not the end. She wants to see a world where every pregnant teenager is supported in all areas of their and allowed to get an education. They have a lot of potential to succeed given the opportunity. Excellencies,
So, when we were with the girls inside there, I told them that I wanted to tell them a story, and then we had to leave. This is the story I had wanted to tell them, that it is possible for them to continue with their studies and become great people. And when I was in Nigeria, I asked Zawadi, which is not her real name, if I could tell the mothers who were in that meeting about her story, and she gave me the okay. And today I asked, and Zawadi happens to be here, so that you may know that it is not just a story, that we talk about, but it's about real people like Frida, who came here to talk to us. So I would like Zawadi, it's not her real name, just to come and greet you and maybe tell you something, how she's managed life being a young mother.
Thank you, Excellency. Good morning. My name is Priska, and I take this opportunity to say thank you, Excellency, for believing in every teenage mother. Thank you for giving us a voice. And to every, sorry to say this, it's quite a good gift to my son, who turns 21 years tomorrow. So thank you. To every teenage mother, it starts with you. It starts with you. Protect your dreams, like the First Lady has said. The government is here to support us. Do not look down upon yourself. Believe in your dreams, and you'll still be what you want to be. And to the society, to the parents, give them parental guidance, psychosocial support, and financial support, and allow them to go back to school. Take care of their kids and help them achieve their dreams. And we thank the government also for SHA. It pays for them until they are 19 years together with their children. So to every girl, you're capable, and you shall be who you want to be. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you, Zawadi. We appreciate, and thank you to every teenage mother. As a teacher, I just want to tell you that education is the greatest equalizer. Never stay back. That is not the end of life. And to the other triple threat issues that we have, I'm grateful because the government is doing whatever they need to do, the county government and all of us. So thank you so much. May the Lord bless you. It is great being in Homa Bay again. Thank you, Governor, and thank you, all the leaders. May the Lord bless you.
Thank you. I request Mama to remain on stage, and I give it back to the MC. MC Michelle, what do you want to tell Mama?
Naomba niweze kumwalika Mheshimiwa Mama Gladys Wanga aje jukwani ili aweze kumkabidhi Mheshimiwa Mama Taifa tunu la shukrani. Tumpongeze kwa makofi. Mnaweza keti.
Nitaomba Mama Taifa tusalie tu, Mama Gladys. Nimwalike Michelle, join Her Excellency on stage. Tumpongeze huyu MC wetu wa siku ya leo. Stacy Awor Onyango, tafadhali harakisha kwenye jukwaa. Stacy, where are you? Harakisha kidogo. Frida Olo, harakisha kwenye jukwaa, na kisha ndugu yangu Ojijo. Let's join Her Excellency for a photo. Just a representation of our people. We would have wished to have a photo of everyone with us with Mama. But because of that, we'll have us first, and then I'll bring on board other people on stage. The second photo and the last one, PSS, kindly to join. Deputy Governor, kindly join. Deputy Governor. Let's balance. Deputy Governor, you can come on this side so that we balance. Thank you. Thank you, Excellency. I will request Her Excellency to remain on stage. The rest of us kindly to resume our seats as MC Michelle tells us what next.
Ningeweza kuomba msimame nyinyi nyote ili tuweze kumaliza sherehe kwa wimbo wa taifa.
Mungu nguvu yetu, wetu,
Katika tamati ya sherehe ya siku ya leo, ningependa kumshukuru Mama Taifa Mheshimiwa Mama Rachel kwa kunipa fursa kuwa MC wenu wa leo. Na msaidizi wangu hapa Mike Gitoni. Anaondoka Mama Taifa sasa. Tumkombeze kwa makofi na vigelegele anapoondoka.
Shukrani sana Mama Taifa, hongerani sana kwa siku ya leo tuweza kushiriki pamoja. Ningependa kuwashukuru wote kwa utiifu wenu na kushukuru katika hafla yetu ya siku ya leo. Niseme asante kwa wote ambao wameshiriki, members of the government assembly. Thank you so much for visiting our occasion. Langu jina Mhubiri Mike Gitoni kutoka ofisi ya Rais. Hongera bila mtume wa nabii hadi watu wengine wa Saklan na Enjoy.